Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Noise and welcome back to Sky Factory 2.5. In the last episode, we were gonna mess around with power and ended up doing a bunch of auto crafting stuff. We have alloy smelter set up and sag mill and all sorts of stuff set up. The sag mill is not super used right now, but we might use it later. Honestly, oh great. Okay, this one's not that bad. Honestly, the pulverizer is faster, so we're gonna use that more often. But if we take a look at the sag mill, let's actually just come over here to this one, and we can look at the recipes. So for the most part, I don't think we're gonna really use it, but there's a couple of things we could use it for. I don't know that silicon's really used for much in this mod pack, just because I guess it is. It is used for all of the circuits, but the way we get it is through skystone dust, I believe. We've been using the sag mill to get seeds for wheat, from wheat rather. So yeah, I don't know that there's much that we're going to use the sag mill for, but we have one set up just in case. Armor, we could sag mill different stuff. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look super useful to us. But anyways, we have one set up nonetheless. And yeah, I need to teach this guy a few more recipes, I think. It's making a bunch of Enderium, which is good. I want Enderium. We have a lot of things automated. I just went ahead and added a couple of different things, Minicio seeds, plus some of the essences up to Imperio. So now I can autocraft, let's say autocraft, I don't know, 100 of those? Yeah, we don't have many crafting processors, so that could be bad decision. So let's try to craft a stack. No, okay. So let's go to Crucio. So middle mouse click. Let's craft like 30 of those. It's gonna take 300 essences, so that'll take it a minute, but it should do it. We have plenty of essence in here, and hopefully that doesn't mess things up. We can come down here and see what this stuff is crafting. So right here, this is crafting a lot. We can put upgrades in these if we wanted, but meh. So yeah, what are we going to do today? So we have a bunch of ores coming in from this, which is kind of awesome. I'm just going to let those populate in there. But one of the big things that I want to do is start kind of moving power. Now, I do believe, let's turn this off for a moment. We'll let it cool down. I don't know if we're going to lose that energy if I do this or not, but I can't remember. Let's turn our magnet on. Actually, let's just do it from right here. Okay, we do have Enderium in there. And that will teleport you if you touch it, so don't touch it. So we do have something in the reactor, so I don't really want to move the reactor. I do want to move all of these guys and start just kind of working on getting power moved around. So most of the stuff can be moved, no problem. The Dimlet Researcher will keep there for a moment. We have all of our Dimlets. Let's go ahead and move these guys. And yeah, so I guess we could put them over here. The energetic infuser, I want to move this stuff around a bit. So let's pop down here. Could I do teleportation down here? I could, but I don't want to. And visual bugs from that. We can move all this and have teleportation right here. I'll probably have all thermal expansion here and then Ender IO and whatever else we need over here. I think that sounds good. So let's pick these guys up. Whoops. Didn't mean to break that. So I just kind of want to reorganize things a little bit. This guy, the QED, can honestly go over here as well. So let's put it like here. And I think those will reach. And it's not centered. I don't really like it not being centered. Would that work? Something simple I could do. Coal and what's a good recipe for this? Coal, and you can cook up all the ores. So let's just go grab some ore from our laser drill. Piece of gold. Why not? Let's see how this looks. If this works, I don't actually know if it will. Seems to. Okay. So we'll do something like this. They all powered up, so that's good. That's what I wanted to see. So that's that. We can take a lot of this stuff and put it over here. Actually, I want this stuff over here. So we're going to do, let's see, Dimension Inscriber. Dialing device can go right here with the matter transmitter right in front of it. We're going to want the Dimension Builder. And then we'll do the Dimlet Researcher and the storage right next to it. Alternatively, we could make a very basic system, but by which I mean we could do like a very basic AE system. So alloy smelter, and everything else we're gonna keep. Let's just put the interjecting fuser right here. We're gonna break that. And these two. Alright, cool. So things are going to look different already. And put a chest right here. We're going to put all of these guys in here. And this should still have everything. Just do that. Make sure this knows 96 to, yep, that's right. Okay. So we have a big long line of machines over here. I'm going to put some stuff over here. So alloy smelter, slice and splice can go there, painting machine, and sag mill. And then right here we'll put something else. Later, I realize power is going to be a pain to get to these guys, but I'll deal with that later. Honestly, some of that stuff can be done off camera. So we need, alright, remote storage. Let's take these out. And this stuff I should be good to grab. And we're going to just do one of these. So Dimlet Researcher right here with the remote storage modular, and we're going to save on an item dock. I thought that would work. Does this only go into certain sides? No. Oh, it needs... Okay, so that's all it needed. It was just it needed to have an inventory. So I want to do something like this, and always enabled. Cool. So that should work for that. We can clean out our inventory just a little bit, and yeah, cleaning up power. Pretty easy to do. I need to get power transferred over, but otherwise, do we have redstone? So we're gonna need redstone flux ducts. Let's see what other kind. We have some resonant flux ducts. So let's teach our AE system at least how to make some of the stuff. I don't think we did yet, no. So we're gonna want to make, I forgot, I need to do that here. Flux ducts. So redstone energy flux ducts should be a pretty easy craft. It's just hardened glass. Now we need to teach the system how to make hardened glass. I think hardened glass is going to be the easiest way. Yeah, so we're going to need a couple things. We're going to need obsidian. And obsidian, unfortunately, we don't have that much of. We're going to teach it 1 obsidian becomes how much? I don't remember, actually. It's a lot of, it's 4. 4 of these guys. So switch that, and it's 4 of those. Now, the question I have is, how much quartz do I have? Not much. Okay. So fused quartz would not be a better way to go about this, because we could use fused quartz. That is a possibility, but honestly, it's not going to work any better because it has to be nether quartz, and I don't really have much. So some pulverized obsidian, and then we're going to teach it that 2 pulverized obsidian, I think. Let's just look up hardened glass. So it's 4 and 1 equals, so 4 and then 1 lead equals hardened glass. And it's 2. So we'll teach that, and now we can, so the pipe is just to go into here, and then into our pulverizer we'll throw the obsidian dust, and then into, oh, we don't have one, so let's make one. I'm gonna need a resonant machine frame. So you know what, let's do we teach it how to make this or not? That is a good question. We're gonna need a induction furnace. Is that what it's called? Induction smelter? Yes. So let's grab most of this stuff. It's pretty easy. 2 Invar gears. We're gonna need more Invar. And can I not make hardened glass in a let's just see real quick. Hardened glass, if we can put this in the alloy smelter, yeah, I think that'll be easier. So never mind, we're just gonna put this in the alloy smelter and call it a day. So do that. Now I also want to teach this a couple more things, but we'll get there in a minute. So the last thing I want to do is get resonant flux ducts learned, which is just an upgraded redstone flux duct. So we'll do, I'm trying to think, it's equal parts, so we'll do this method and store that. And then all we'll need to do is fill these. And unfortunately, that is going to have to be manual for now. I could do that automatically, but it's a bit of a pain because I have to set up. I'd have to set up filters and stuff like that, and I don't really want to. So we could do resonant flux ducts. We could do the redstone flux ducts. We could craft, let's say, half a stack. We're missing some electrum. Now, Electrum we can make in... Oh, that's wrong thing. Electrum, we can teach it that, but I don't think that's going to be super useful. So let's delete that. And let's see, we could throw all that Electrum in there. The easiest way to do this is probably going to be another alloy smelter recipe. So Electrum is silver and gold, so we do 1 silver and 1 gold. I believe make 2 Electrum. Let's double check that. So in the sag mill, or not the sag mill, in the alloy smelter, yes. So we'll do that, and now we should be able to request at least a little bit of not resident redstone flux ducts. So let's get 16 because I know I'm going to be running low on hardened glass, and it will craft those. So taking a minute to get the thing we're gonna need. Let's get some redstone. Trying to think what might be the... Actually, I have some destabilized buckets already. So let's take all this. And let's see, flux ducts. It is still crafting something. Probably waiting because Enderium was taking forever. Probably still waiting. Oh my gosh, this is so slow. We need to get a capacitor in there like now. And I believe, yeah, that one had a capacitor in it, so let's take that. This will speed things up considerably. The conduits should be okay, but we'll probably have to increase those later. So yeah, now this is using 100 RF per tick. It's going much faster. How much Enderium is it trying to make? I have no idea. Let's go look, because that's kind of concerning. Oh my gosh, it's trying to make a lot. It's been going on for 20 minutes. Wow. So yeah, that's gonna take a while. Let's go ahead and just make what we can with the fluid transposer. We're gonna empty this, and I think 2 buckets worth will be good enough to do a decent number of these guys. And yeah, cool. So we can go ahead and put this stuff away. Are we running low on power? I believe we are. So hopefully this comes back. Redstone energy flux ducts. Let's try to craft 22 of these. We need 24. So let's get 20 of those. And we're missing crafting. So let's oh my god, this is bad. Alright, let's just do this manually. Cool. So there is some resident flux ducts, and let's start working on getting this a little bit more powered friendly. Now, a lot of this is going to change, but for now, what we can do is just pop this off right now. I want to make this a little bit more organized. These guys are full. All these guys are full. How are... I mean, we've got energy. It's not like we're dying for energy. What the problem is down here. So these guys are trying to transfer way too much energy to too many places. And because of it, we're losing power here. So I need to replace basically all of this stuff. And I don't think... Nope. Okay. So, and I don't like how this is wired either. Because it wires through here and then goes around. So what we're going to do... and change this wiring. So let's start here. And we'll just kind of... I'd love to go actually right here. And just start working from the middle of the base. So, boop. So like there is the middle. Alright, perfect. And then we'll run a line over here. Now these guys can transfer a lot of power, so I think we'll be good if we do this. And unfortunately we're gonna have to do something about this. But if we take power out this side and then drop a channel here, that'll be just as good. So let's break this. It's gonna lose power for a moment. Break the dense cable and just put it right here. And again, dense cable, put it right there. And then finish up. We just do that. So that will be good enough for now. These guys are going to be transferring power wrongly. And I guess for the time being, let's just try to get as much power as we can where we can. So yeah, I'm definitely going to need to get more Enderium if I want to change a lot of this wiring, and that's going to be a pain because, well, this guy really doesn't like crafting. So let's see if we have any more flux ducts that we can do things with. We have a lot of hardened flux ducts. I don't think we have any... I don't believe we have any that are not like that are not hardened or above. Now we could... God, this is such a mess. This guy is gonna go straight out. So what we can do, let's come up here. I have some redstone. Let's grab all of the redstone that I have. At least it's an upgrade. Now this battery is going to drain pretty quickly. What I want to do is I want to break a couple of these. 5. I'm going to do one more. 6. All right. So eventually we're gonna get this stuff fixed, but just for right now, let's do 1, 2, and this is gonna go this direction, which means I can get rid of all of this. Ow! Oh, that stupid thing! I hate that thing sometimes. Let's get item conduits like so, and then we can break all of this. Alright, and then this guy will just go straight out that way. We only have one more resident. flux duct, so let's bring it, I don't know, right here, I guess, and do that. So that is going to be kind of what we're going to aim for. Let's get this hooked back up. And so these guys are just fine. I had plenty of power. These guys are all just fine. So, God, power cleanups, always fun. And that is sarcasm. So some of the stuff we don't really need. The Super Duty cables, like all of this stuff, I do believe is completely full. So it's good enough as is. All of these machines, we might want something different. So what we'll do is let's break these guys. Not all of those. And let's go from like here and connect it down. And then these guys will eventually change, probably. We're also going to want more power over here. So this guy, you know what, can we move this over one? We could. You know what, let's do that. It's going to save us a dense cable. Let's do this. And we can hook power in, and I don't know where we'll go with power, but there's actually an easier way, but it's unfortunately a dense cable. I don't really want to do it this way, so we could always just drop this down one block. We've got to figure out how to do that, but for now let's put that there. We'll break some of these blocks, and then cobblestone, we can fill in this stuff. So we need right around here. Let's see, that does not require power. This one does. And these guys are going to want pretty decent power. And then both of these are going to require power. And I can always pull that off of this line as well. So cool. That should be good on that part. I'll expand all this kind of stuff. I'll probably move the farm, this pretty simple farm at some point, but for now, it's good enough there. Now the only question is, can we get enough power yet? This is still getting power, correct? Just not enough, because this guy is eating up all of our power. But it's almost done, so that's good. But where are the items going? So let me think. Let's boost this power. We should be able to just kind of grab this guy and put him like right there and out the back output. So that's just going to give us more power to our ME system. We can actually activate and collect all the stuff, and then I don't know, do we have, we do have this, so I can start claiming chunks, and I can actually chunk load these, I do believe. Yeah, if you control click. So I'm going to claim all these chunks, and this is part of FTB utilities, I do believe. And this will just be something good. I don't actually need the chunk loader anymore. So this is my my one base, so let's do that. And honestly, something like this. It's just me, so I don't really care too much about chunk loading. I should never really have any problems with it. I don't keep this running when I'm like not playing it. There's no reason for me not to chunk load everything. So let me think, what can we do otherwise today? I don't think I had any research done. I want to automate one more thing. So let's start looking into that. And what I want to do, oh, hey, there's a blank pattern in there. Is this stuff done? Getting there. Cool. So one of the things that I'm going to want to make is the farming station. And I want to automate that completely. So we look up farming station. I guess I should do it in here. One of the first things we're going to need is diamond hoe. That's the first thing I see. So that should be pretty easy to do. Next thing we're going to need is electrical steel. Now electrical steel is coal, iron, and silicon. So our system, I do believe, already knows how to make silicon, right? Yes. So the silicon isn't going to be important, but then the coal dust pulverizer, we know how to make that. So we should be able to teach this. If we get a piece of iron, this is a processing pattern. So a piece of iron, a piece of coal dust, and a piece of silicon, which let's go ahead and craft one once we can. Let's just get sky stone dust. Let's just get like half a stack, and I'm gonna put it in here, down in here, because this is gonna go automatically into our stuff, and it's really fast. So win-win. Alright, so we should have the silicon by now. So one of each will give us electrical steel. And I believe it is a 1-to-1 to 1. Yes. So we'll encode that. That goes into our alloy smelter. The hoe goes into here. Let's put that with the vanilla stuff. What else are we going to need? We're going to need a Z-Logic controller. That's probably going to be the only thing I'm going to have to manually make. Unless I automate a slice and splice down there. Which, you know what? We're not going to use the sag mill. Let's get a slice and splice. So we should be able to get a machine frame. We still don't have any. Do we have any solarium? We do. We're going to need to teach the system solarium. That's not going to be an issue. So it's just gold soul sand equals solarium. We'll tell that to the alloy smelter. So we are going to need to make a slice and splice. We just need shears, iron axe, and then the machine. Can we make it yet? Oh my god, this is taking forever. Why are you not done yet? You say you are. Probably didn't craft everything that it was supposed to. I might have. Let's just cancel that. We have ender pearls. Yeah, we have everything, I think. Pyrotheum dust, we have it all. So I don't know. Probably the constant on-offs. So let's make the machine chassis. And we make the slice and splice. So we're gonna fly down here. And I'm just going to replace this guy. With the slice and splice, we need to do configure. We tell it to pull. And I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Actually, I have it on inputs. Push items in. Hold on. Pull items in, push items out. Yeah. So push, pull. All right, cool. So I wonder. There is some stuff that we can do. So one of the big things about this is we're going to need to make let's see, axe. Iron axe is fine, and shears. So let's get some shears. And I wonder, we teach the system how to make shears and let me think, what might be the best? We're gonna need an axe of some sort. That's not bad. That's got a lot of durability. Diamond axe obviously would be fine as well. I don't know if Zavisio axes would work. Electrum, Invar, meh. Most of the stuff isn't actually that good. Certus quartz. I don't know if that works. So let's just do a standard iron. So we'll teach it this as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to put those in here. And we need a crafting card. So it's pretty easy to make. We just need, let's get the, what are these called? Basic cards. Let's get a basic card. I don't have that, so I need a calculation processor. That'll take a second. And then I should be able to make this guy, and then a crafting card. Just a single one would be good. And what we can do is if we request an axe, it'll make an axe for us, and I want to see something. So theoretically, what we can do is we can put in here a crafting card upgrade. Now, if I tell this to keep shears in stock, it puts shears in there, and then it keeps shears in stock. I put axe in there, and I tell it to keep axes in stock. Cool, this is actually exactly what I wanted to see. So what's happening here is this ME interface is always going to have an iron axe and a pair of shears. And if it needs it, it can craft them itself. Now, this machine needs an iron axe and shears in order to work. So in order for it to autocraft reliably, these guys are always going to be available. And they'll always try to push in once these break, which we should never have that issue. And then every other item will come in here and be just fine. So we should be able to make farming stations like that. We should be able to make the Z logic controllers, or whatever it's called, pretty easily. So these guys. So we need 2 Solarium, 2 Silicon, Zombie Head, and Redstone. So let's get all of this. And this is a processing pattern. Zombie Head, I mean, we only have 175 of those. Silicon, it was 2. And then Solarium, 2 of those. So I want to make sure, I don't know that I have any of these. I think they're called Z-Logic controllers. Yeah, I don't see one. But I needed that zombie head. So we take one of each of these, and if we pop them all in here, they go exactly where they need to go. It's relatively slow. It's not terrible, but it's kind of slow. But this will allow us to get Z-Logic controllers, and then it should auto-export that into the system. And just fly up here, Z-Logic controller, encode, and then why are we out of power? There's just not enough power transfer. It's being blocked right here. And unfortunately, this guy is completely out. So let's pick him up. And we'll replace him back there. He should be getting power. But let's grab... Okay, this looks like it's activated. No, device offline. Alright, let's, for the time being, just disconnect that. No, wrong one. Disconnect that one. So all the power should come here. Now let's replace some of this stuff, and then we'll get back to the farming station. So redstone, energy flux ducts. We have a few. Let's get more. Let's see, that is 18, 26, 30. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and then we just come over here. We're gonna cook this stuff up. And 34, that is not enough, I realize, but hey, it's a start. We're gonna need like double that, but we'll go ahead and make the upgraded versions of these resonant, and then I'll start replacing some of the cabling down below, and hopefully, yeah, so we need 3 more buckets worth, and that is already out. Let's disable this as well. Oh, and it's going through there. This line is no longer needed. I wonder if that was the problem. It's not so much that there's not enough energy. It was just looping. I wonder if that was the issue. I guess we'll find out soon enough. So let's come back up here. We need redstone. So there's 1 and 2. All right, so magma crucible. I'm gonna do this. Switch that to fill and let those go. All right, so let's get the resonant. Why am I struggling for power? This is so weird. It's got to be this line right here. Let's also disable this. Just for the time being. A lot of our machines are going to just kind of stop and all that fun stuff, but if we can at least get power to this, we need 3 more to do 20. Well, how about 32? 30. That's fine. So that'll take like a second. And we should be able to start replacing some of the stuff. And yeah, power should not be much of an issue relatively soon. Once we get more power generation and all that kind of fun stuff, then yeah, it's not going to be a problem at all. But until then, we're going to do this. So that is like full of power. So let's get, next thing is this. So get that. I really don't need to run it that way, so who cares about that? And then these guys can also just take the hardened. They'll recharge soon enough. It's mostly these guys. Actually, I'll keep an eye on those, and if I need to replace that, I will. And then these guys will take the resonant, and same with these guys. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, so I will replace this line eventually, and all that fun stuff. So eventually I'll probably get... Okay, no, they're gaining. So we should be good on power now. And then I'll need to hook these guys up. So I don't want hardened flux ducts for these guys. I want resonant. And I'll make more of that stuff as I go. It's not that expensive anymore. So we have the Z-Logic controller. We need to put that with the slice and splice. And what else do we need for the farming station? Pulsating crystals. So we'll be crafting. This one's going to be pretty easy, so we need that. We also need that. And the last thing we're going to need is pulsating iron by itself is ender pearl and iron. So let's get the processing. So we're going to need an ender pearl and iron gives you pulsating iron. So that goes in the alloy smelter, the rest goes in here. And we should be able to... I want to be able to craft this, so we're going to need machine chassis. We're going to need a diamond hoe, and then these pulsating crystals. Alright, now I should be able to make it and encode, and now I can auto craft the farming stations. Perfect. So if I need like 20 of them, I can make it. I mean, just out of curiosity, could I make 20 farming stations? I could. I don't think I'm going to need that much, but I am going to go ahead and make 10. Let that start going. So it's going to eat up a lot of diamonds and all that kind of stuff, but who cares? We've already got one. So that is going to be it for today. We got power cleaned up a little bit. I need to exchange a lot of lines still. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to move this guy over here. We might end up making a few more ender generators. I will have a nice big battery pack over here. I'm going to upgrade the redstone energy cells, and I'm going to get more resonant energy cells as well. We'll have the ender generators automatically being fed ender pearls as they need them, and then the power transferred over. I don't know how we're going to do that yet. We might want to, since I have an output here, I might want to do the ender generators here, have an output, and then go underneath and transfer to something. I don't know. I'll kind of figure that out, but I think that's going to be it for this episode. Next time, I think what I want to start looking into, so let's get all of these guys, and these guys should all have power now, so let's see if we get anything good. So I think one of the next things I'm going to want to do is start working towards getting, I think I want to start working on Botania again. And the best way to do that is going to be we need to get either Keiki flowers, or what we're probably going to do is we need to start getting blaze rods. So we're going to set up an auto spawner for blazes and get a lot of different stuff from them. And we might set up a couple other systems just to get a little bit more stuff. The auto spawner for blazes, ideally, we get a blaze soul. But that's going to be a bit of a pain. I don't even know if there are souls. Yeah, mob souls. So stabilized spawners would be nice to have, but I don't think we're going to get to that anytime soon. But basically, blaze rods are what I would like to have because these are really nice to have. We do have blaze essence. I'm going to work on the farm a little bit as well. We have so much stuff in here, so many bows. And we have anything good? We have 5 reward bags. Let's open them. Okay. I'll just take everything out and I'm going to recycle the things I don't want. Hey, some Enderium. So, not much. Don't need that. Take this stuff. Don't need the yeah, the oreberry bushes, but I will take the ores and the magnum torch, although the magnum torch isn't like super important either. But let's see, we're also gonna need an octuple compressed cobblestone, so I want to set this up relatively soon again and get that hooked up to a cobblestone generator. So I think this guy is going to stay where it is. It's a nice wood farm. And this guy is going to continue doing his thing, getting me all sorts of ores, which I'll grind down eventually. And yeah, so big things I need to do. Get power reworked a little bit better. It's doing pretty good right now. Get more batteries and get this finished up. And then, like I said, next time, I don't think we can do Keiki. I believe that requires, yeah, pixie dust. And that's going to be a little bit before we can get there. So we're going to continue using the Endo Flames. I'll probably make a few more of those. And yeah, I think it's 3 Terra Steel, and we don't have, I don't believe we have enough mana. Like, we have enough for like 1. And not really even that. So we are going to need to do some more production with mana generation for the Endo Flames, and we'll get Terra Steel, we'll get the Keiki, and that'll be our main source of mana probably, because carrot cake is really easy to make and it loves it. So that is what the plan is going to be. Oh, hey, cool. I can use the flour that I've been getting from Ender.io with some soul. I can auto-craft that pretty easily, too. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!